A 17-year-old girl disappears on a Friday night. Her car is found abandoned on a quiet street. Her boyfriend, a boy everyone described as kind, funny, and brilliant, becomes the prime suspect, then turns up dead in the woods, an apparent suicide. The police close the case. The town moves on. And for 5 years, everyone in Little Kilton agrees on exactly one thing. Sal Singh killed Andie Bell. Everyone except Pippa Fitz-Amobi. Pip is 17, obsessive, sharp as a tack, and about to do something reckless for a school project. She's going to prove a dead boy was innocent. And in doing so, she's going to discover that Andie Bell wasn't who anyone thought she was, and that the real killer is someone far closer to home than anyone could imagine. Welcome to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Strap in, because this book doesn't just keep you guessing, it blindsides you. We open in Little Kilton, a small English town where the Singhs are its unofficial haunted house. The windows have been smashed. Scum Family is spray-painted on their walls. And Ravi Singh, 20, still lives there, carrying the shadow of his brother's name. Pip walks up to his door anyway. She's doing her EPQ, an extended project qualification, basically a big independent research project for school, and she's chosen the most radioactive topic in town, the Andie Bell case. Here's what the town believes happened. On the night of April 20th, 2012, 17-year-old Andie Bell left her home in her black Peugeot 206 at around 10:40 p.m. She was supposed to pick her parents up from a dinner party at 12:45 a.m. She never showed. Her parents called the police at 3 a.m. Meanwhile, her boyfriend Sal Singh had been at a friend's house, Max Hastings. He told police he left at 12:15 a.m. and got home just before 1 a.m., timing his father confirmed. But then his 4 friends, Naomi Ward, Max Hastings, Jake Lawrence, and Millie Simpson, went to the police on Tuesday and confessed they'd lied. Sal had actually left at 10:30 p.m. that night, not 12:15. He'd asked them to cover for him. That same Tuesday, a body was found in the woods. Not Andie's, Sal's. He'd taken his father's sleeping pills and placed a plastic bag over his head. He also sent his father a text that morning. "It was me. I did it. I'm so sorry." The evidence against him, Andie's phone was found on his body. Her blood was under his fingernails. More of her blood was in the boot of her abandoned car, along with Sal's fingerprints. The police closed the case. The coroner declared Andie dead, body never found, with a verdict of unlawful killing. Sal was blamed. Case closed. Pip doesn't buy it. Pip starts methodically. She interviews Ravi, who tells her Sal was acting completely normal the night Andie disappeared, cheerful even. He'd been calling Andie's phone constantly after she went missing, not exactly the behavior of someone who knew she'd never pick up, especially if he had her phone on him. Ravi also let slip something interesting. Sal had apparently mentioned that Andie might have run away to punish someone, and that Andie's relationship with her father, Jason Bell, was strained. Pip also notices that in an early press conference, Jason Bell referred to his daughter in the past tense while everyone still thought she was alive. Andie was such a huge presence in her home. Was. Past tense. That's not nothing. Then she interviews Naomi Ward, Kara's older sister, and one of Pip's closest connections to the case. Naomi was one of Sal's best friends, and Pip suspects she was secretly in love with him. Naomi reveals that Sal told the group that night that he and Andie were having some kind of disagreement and he wasn't in the mood. She also confirms Sal left Max's at around 10:30 p.m., 2 hours before he told police. So the question Pip keeps returning to is, where was Sal between 10:30 p.m. and 12:50 a.m.? And why would an innocent person lie about his alibi? She also speaks to Max Hastings and immediately senses something off about him. He claims Andie was barely an acquaintance. That's not what a witness will later tell Pip. She builds what she calls a persons of interest list, and it grows quickly. Jason Bell, controlling, possibly emotionally abusive, used past tense early, left the dinner party briefly that night. Naomi Ward, one of the alibi liars, clearly hiding deeper feelings about the whole situation. A secret older guy, Andie's friends hint she was seeing someone older she could ruin if she wanted. Here's where the book completely pivots your understanding of the victim. Through interviews with Andie's school friends Emma Hutton and Chloe Birch, and later Naomi, Pip uncovers that Andie Bell was not the town's golden girl. She was a bully, a skilled, targeted, cruel one. Her main victim was a girl named Natalie De Silva. Andie spread vicious rumors, and during the Easter holidays before her disappearance, she orchestrated a sextortion scheme, tricking Natalie into sending a topless video that Andie then shared online. Earlier, Andie had also blackmailed Nat into dropping out of the school play by threatening to accuse Nat's older brother Daniel, who had worked at the school as a caretaker, of statutory rape. Nat, Pip discovers, has since done jail time for assault. Andie's bullying left a long, dark trail. And then Max Hastings. Pip tracks down a hidden nude photo of Andie in Max's room, a photo he claims he found at school. Confronted, Max finally admits the truth. He wasn't just Andie's acquaintance. He was one of her buyers. Andie Bell was dealing drugs, weed and pills, at school parties, supplied by a local dealer. She did it for the money and the power. This is the key to why Sal was so evasive in his police interview. Pip eventually discovers that Sal had written down a car number plate, R009KKJ, in his phone notes 2 days before Andie disappeared. He'd followed her and seen her with a drug dealer. He confronted her. That's what they were arguing about the days before her disappearance. And when the police asked him about their argument, he stayed silent to protect Andie because he thought she was still alive, still coming back. He didn't want to land her in trouble. The last text he ever sent her, "I'm not talking to you until you've stopped. Your brother wasn't a killer, Ravi. He was covering for a girl he loved." Pip goes undercover at a house party to track down the local drug dealer. She gets his name and number, Howie Bowers, from a boy who tries to assault her in the garden. She handles it, barely. She then stakes out the train station car park for 2 nights, watching for Howie. When she spots him, she follows him home. He lives on Romer Close, the very road where Andie's car was found abandoned. But even more striking, while watching Howie, Pip witnesses him meeting Stanley Forbes, the crass local journalist who'd been writing racist, inflammatory articles about Sal for years. Forbes hands Howie a thick envelope, clearly paying him off. "This is the last time," Forbes says. "Someone is being blackmailed." Pip and Ravi confront Howie directly, with the leverage of Pip's photographs. He confirms, yes, he supplied Andie with drugs. And she confirms why Sal wrote down that number plate. Sal had suspected. He'd investigated quietly, the way he did everything, without making a scene. Now the threats start. Someone leaves a note in Pip's sleeping bag at a camping trip. "Stop digging." Then another note in her school locker. "This is your final warning, Pippa. Walk away." Pip doesn't stop. And then the killer takes her dog. Barney, the family's 10-year-old golden retriever, vanishes. The next morning, unknown texts Pip, "Want to see your dog again?" They instruct her to bring her laptop and all her research files to the woods and destroy them. She does it. She stamps her laptop to pieces, sobbing in the leaves. And then they kill Barney anyway, drowning him in the river. Pip is broken, but she doesn't stop. She and Ravi rebuild her murder board from scratch, using her email backups, because of course she backed everything up. They trace a scribbled-out phone number in Andie's school planner. 12 possible combinations. And then it hits Pip. When Naomi calls her from a temporary SIM card, the number is almost identical to that scribble. Not Naomi's number, but her father's old SIM, which had been in a drawer. Elliot Ward's old number. Andie had written Elliot Ward's phone number into her private planner and then crossed it out. Elliot, the history teacher. Pip's friend Kara's dad. The man who is essentially Pip's third father figure. The man who bakes cookies and tells knock-knock jokes and made elaborate scavenger hunts in the garden when they were children. Could he be the secret older guy, the older man Andie said she could ruin? Pip sets up Kara's laptop to secretly monitor the household printer's print history. On the night before the threatening note was left in Pip's locker, Elliot's computer had printed an unnamed, unsaved Microsoft Word document at nearly midnight. Pip reprints it on the family printer. "This is your final warning, Pippa. Walk away. It's Elliot." While Pip is reeling, another piece falls. Elliot tutors 3 times a week but started doing so only 5 years ago, right after Andie disappeared. He doesn't need the money. And one evening, Pip plants her phone in his car and tracks him via a shared location app. He doesn't go to Amersham, where he said he tutors. He drives north to Wendover, to Mill End Road, to the house the Ward family used to own before Isabel died, a house Elliot had quietly kept and never told his daughters about. Pip calls the police and tells them to send units to 42, Mill End Road, Wendover. Then she goes in anyway, because she can't not. Elliot answers the door, still wearing his school shirt, holding oven mitts. When Pip tells him the police are coming, he doesn't run. He doesn't threaten her. He just slumps against the wall and says, "It's over. It's finally over." And then he explains. In early 2012, Andie, 17 at the time, began pursuing Elliot deliberately. He was lonely, grieving Isabel, and flattered. She asked for his number. He gave it. They began meeting secretly at the Ivy House Hotel. He knew it was wrong. He knew it could destroy him. And Andie knew it too. She told her friend she could ruin this man if she ever chose to. When Andie found out Elliot had tipped off her father about the bullying video of Natalie, the phone call Elliot made that same Monday she disappeared, Andie threatened to go public about their relationship and have him arrested for statutory rape unless he left teaching and gave her money. On the night of April 20th, she called him from her burner phone and demanded they meet. He intercepted her car on a quiet road. They argued. Elliot, in a panic, overpowered her, drugged her, and, unable to go through with killing her, kept her. For 5 years, Elliot Ward has been keeping Andie Bell alive in his old house in Wendover. Andie is alive. The police arrive. Andie Bell, now 22, isolated and physically damaged by 5 years of captivity, is found alive in the house. Elliot Ward is arrested. He also confesses to killing Sal. When Sal's friends went to the police and retracted the alibi, it meant that the heat would shift to whoever had actually intercepted Andie. Elliot couldn't risk it. He went to find Sal in the woods that Tuesday morning, and he killed him and staged it to look like a suicide. He then placed Andie's phone on the body and used Sal's own fingerprints and blood to frame him. He sent the confession, text from Sal's phone. Sal Singh was framed by the man who killed, or rather, kidnapped Andie. A man who then watched as an entire town painted the word scum on the Singh family's house for 5 years. A man who sat in his classroom and marked Pip's history essays. In the epilogue, the months later, the town begins the long, painful process of reckoning. The Singhs finally have their name cleared. Kara and Naomi are devastated, their world detonated by the truth about their father. Ravi and Pip's bond, forged in late-night murder boards and bribery muffins, remains something warm and real. And Pip, ever herself, is accepted to Cambridge. A good girl's guide to murder works because it earns every twist. Holly Jackson doesn't cheat. The clues are all there, hiding in plain sight, embedded in the very people closest to Pip. The story is ostensibly about a murdered girl, but it becomes something more uncomfortable. It's about how easily we decide who deserves grief, who deserves blame, and how a town can destroy a family while a real killer marks their homework. Sal Singh never had a trial. He never got to defend himself, but he got Pippa Fitz-Amobi, and sometimes that's enough. If you want a mystery that respects your intelligence, obsesses over procedure, and sticks the landing, this is it. I'll see you in the next one.